The first time I saw it, it was already standing behind my tent, and I was still inside. I froze, because the shadow on the fabric didn't match me. It moved before I did. And that's when I realized whatever was out there wasn't just watching me, it was reacting to me. I didn't make a sound, didn't even breathe, but the shadow leaned closer, like it knew exactly where I was sitting. That's when I noticed something worse. My radio cracked to life. Unit 12, status check. But I hadn't checked in yet. And then, my voice answered from outside the tent. Calm, clear, all good out here. I felt my stomach drop. Because I was still inside, not moving, not speaking. I slowly reached for the zipper, hands shaking, opened it just enough to peek out. Nothing, just trees. Dark, still, too still. I stepped out slowly, scanning the tree line. No one there. No footprints, no sound. But the feeling didn't go away. That heavy feeling, like something was just out of sight. Watching, waiting. My name's Ryan. I was 27, seasonal ranger assistant in Yellowstone. Night patrols, campsite checks, radio logs. Simple job, quiet job. Most nights were just empty trails and cold air. That night felt different from the start. Even before the shadow, even before the radio. I checked my watch, 2:13 a.m. Logged my location, routine check. But when I looked at the log system on my tablet, my check-in was already there. Same time, same location. Submitted 3 minutes ago. That's when I noticed something worse. The patrol route showed movement. My movement. But I hadn't left the campsite yet. The tracker dot was already halfway down the trail. I stared at it for a second too long. Then I grabbed my flashlight and started walking. I needed to see it myself. Maybe it was a glitch. Maybe the system was off. But deep down, I knew it wasn't. The trail was empty. Quiet. Just wind moving through trees. But then, I saw footprints. Fresh. Same boots as mine. Same tread. Same spacing. Leading ahead of me. That's when it happened again. The radio crackled. Ryan, you're off route. It was dispatch. I grabbed it fast. No, I'm on Trail B. Just started. Silence. Then the reply came. No, you're already checked out. You're heading back. My chest tightened. I looked down at the footprints again. They weren't going deeper anymore. They were turning around, coming back, toward me. But this time, they were different. The stride was wrong. Too long, too stretched, like something was forcing it. I backed up slowly, heart pounding. That's when I noticed something worse. Another set of prints appeared, right beside mine. Same size, same shape, but slightly delayed. Like someone was stepping exactly where I stepped, just a second later. I turned off my flashlight, didn't know why. Just instinct, stood there in the dark, listening, and then I heard it. A step behind me. I spun around, nothing, just trees. But then another step, closer, matching my rhythm. That's when I ran. I didn't think, didn't check anything. Just ran back toward the campsite. Branches hitting my arms, breath uneven, radio still crackling with static. When I reached the clearing, I stopped because my tent was open, wide open, and the light inside was on. I never left it on. I walked closer, slowly. Every step felt wrong, like I shouldn't be there. That's when I noticed something worse. Inside the tent, someone was sitting, back facing me. Same jacket, same posture, same stillness. It was me. I didn't move, couldn't. Then the radio on my belt spoke again. Ryan, respond. And the voice from inside the tent answered. At the same time I tried to speak. Perfect sync. Same words, same tone. I dropped the radio, stepped back. And that's when the thing inside the tent stood up. Slow, controlled, not human. It didn't turn immediately, just stood there. Then slowly, it tilted its head, like it was listening. To me, that's when I realized it wasn't copying me anymore. It was ahead of me. I took another step back, and it stepped out of the tent, finally turning toward me, and I saw its face. My face, but wrong. Slight delay in expression, like it was catching up. It smiled before I did. I ran again, straight to the Ranger truck. Didn't look back, didn't stop. Got inside, locked the doors, started the engine, hands shaking so bad I almost dropped the keys. The headlights turned on, and for a second, I saw it, standing at the edge of the trees, watching, not chasing, just watching. That's when I noticed something worse. The GPS screen inside the truck showed my location, but there were two markers, one at the truck and one still standing at the campsite, not moving. I drove fast. Didn't stop until I reached the station. Lights on, safe, or at least I thought so. I went straight inside, checked the security monitors, and that's when everything stopped making sense. The camera at my campsite was still live, showing the tent, showing the clearing, showing me standing there, not moving, just staring at the camera. I slowly turned away from the screen, heart racing, and looked at my reflection in the glass. It stared back at me, perfectly still. Then, a second later, it blinked, after I already had.